Hi everyone, Jaeger here, and we're going to be going over the Adventure of Singing Pumpkin Castle Mad Party 2017, which is our first Halloween event for Fate Grand Order Global North American release. Anyways, I just want to go over some things real quick just to make sure if you're limited on time or if you're not available to farm everything out of the shop and get everything what you can. These are the things you should just focus on for this Halloween event, just to get the most bang for the buck and from your time. So for this Halloween event, the first thing is make sure to clear the main quest as quick as you can. Obviously, getting five copies of any servant is great. So getting 5 copies of Elizabeth Castor is in your benefit, right? And then on top of that, you can have the pick a choice of choosing after that what missions you want to farm and to get whatever you need. And so the next thing is obviously get the Tinkle candies from the shop first, but only after getting the craft essences that increase your drops for those items. That way you can make it faster to get those items. I mean, if the only things you're interested from the shop is going to be the Tinkle candies to ascend Elizabeth Castor to her 4th ascension, then by all means, if that's the only thing you're going to get, but if you're not going to stop there and get something else, for example, the materials that I'm going to cover in a minute, then definitely get the drop craft essences first from the shop before getting the Tinkle candies, only because it will make it faster for you to get whatever else you need to get. Now, number 3, if you have a chance, pull for Tamamo Caster. She's a beast of a support caster, and there's no reason you shouldn't have her. Especially later on down the line, she's going to be extremely important for any caster arts focused team, or even just as a general support caster in any team whatsoever. Excuse me. But anyways, so if you have the spare quartz, I'd say throw in a couple pulls if you can. I know there's a bunch of servants later on down the line that are very, very desirable, but without proper supports, I mean, you're going to be dead in the water real quick. So, and she is one of the more powerful support casters out there. The top 3, name of the hat, going off of what JP is, Tamamo Caster, Waver, and obviously Merlin are top 3 casters out there right now, even in JP 2 years later. So there's no reason you should not be getting her. Next, obviously, we're going to go over the materials in the shop that's going to be there. Now, materials-wise, it's not a whole lot that's in the shop, but we're just going to go over some things real quick. Is just you should be looking at getting yourselves a hold of the crystallized lore, the Dragon's Reverse Scales, the Homunculus Babies, right here from this one, and that's it. Everything else is pretty much farmable from our normal dailies. So unless you want to just speed up your normal daily farming for whatever you need, if you need some extra dragon fangs, if you need some extra ghost lanterns for that one servant's ascension, by all means farm enough so you can get those items. But other than the crystallized lore, the dragon's reverse scale, the homunculus baby, nothing else in the shop is not farmable at this time. So there's no reason you should be wasting your time if you don't have the time to waste getting enough materials, like for example petite cakes, to clear out this shop, because that's a ton of stuff. I guarantee you that throughout the past events and everything, you're gonna have to farm a lot. So make sure to pick and choose what you want to get out of the shop. But out of all those things, just the crystallized lore, the dragon's verse scale, and the homunculus babies are the number one things to clear out if you're going to clear out anything from the shop. Now, that being said, that pretty much sums up the event. If you're looking at getting some extra servants on hand to increase your power, I mean, Tamamo Caster, she's great, but getting the rest of these servants outside of Carmilla, they're not so great. The rate pickups. So I mean, depends on how limited you are on servants. Carmilla, definitely a strong assassin. She is definitely not one to be overlooked. So it's so if anything, try and see if you can get yourself a good assassin if you don't have one, um, which she will be able to support you and fill that assassin role for quite a while. But on the other hand, Tamamo Caster, extremely good. Unfortunately, all the other servants on the raid up aren't as great. So just decides how many courts you're willing to spend to try to get her, because you're going to be getting some of these servants, and outside of Carmilla, they're not exactly amazing. There's not something worth writing home to. But other than that, you guys have fun. It's going to be a great event. I'm going to be streaming as much as I can of it. I'll be really busy. I have been really busy with school, so so my streaming time and my video time is very limited. But all over that, we're looking at having a good event, and definitely this is one of the better events that we've gotten so far. So definitely take advantage, and I will see you guys in the next one.